Hey, what's up you guys? Your boy again, Paul is my name. Welcome back into my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be giving you 10 truths you should keep in mind to become a profitable trader. 10 truths you should keep in mind to become a profitable trader. This video is basically made for beginners and advanced traders that are outside there. You know, a lot of beginners traders and newbies and advanced traders, even those that they already have a trading strategy, they are being lied to. Yeah, they have been lied to, especially what they see on social media and all of that. So I'm going to be giving you 10 truths you should keep in mind to become a profitable trader, and I want you to stay to the end of this. One truth you should know: that don't be too overconfident on a trade, especially if you're traders and of course you have a trading strategy, and at the same time once you have a trading strategy, one thing you have to have is believing in that your trading strategy. So one thing that most trader fails to know is overconfidence. A lot of trader actually, they feel like trading strategy is what built a profitable trader. It is a lie. Trading strategy does not build. It is not only trading strategy that built a profitable trader. I'm saying it again. It is not only trading strategy that can build you to become a profitable trader. One important thing you should know is risk management is so very important. So when you have a good trading strategy, don't be overconfident in it, because no strategy is an holy grail. Just note that there's a book I even read. If I don't know, if you can also check. I don't know if I'm going to be dropping it on the link description of this my video. Trading the zone. So it talks about traders with a winning habit. Of course, when you have a good strategy and you know the win rate of your strategy, all of those things. These things gives you, I just put it like, it gives you an edge on how your strategy works, and it makes you to build confidence over time, and as you are testing it and as you are trading with your strategy. At the same time, if you are too overconfident in trading with your system, you will definitely lose it, especially if you are not even applying risk management to trades. This is for traders that are making the same mistake. Okay, and the second truth you should know is survival comes first when it comes to trading. Now, especially beginners that are looking to get into the forex space, and first of all, you have to make sure that survival comes first. No matter the amount you are putting in the market, just make sure that you secured your capital, your survival. Preserve your capital, because once you just blow the account, before you can come back strong, like funding in another money into your brokerage account, my god, I won't lie to you, it has something that has happened to me. So I'm not just sitting down here and giving you what does not work, and these are the things that I have discovered myself. Okay, make sure that capital preservation comes first, especially if you're also trading a prop account. Okay, and number three of it is have faith, not fear. We have a lot of traders. There's one thing we call trading, I think trading paralysis or something like that. A lot of traders have a setup, they have their own trading strategy, but unfortunately they have this trading analysis paralysis. Yes, analysis paralysis, that they just have this fear of not taking the trade. They have a lot of things running in their mind and running in their head, that what if this trade going in other direction, what if this trade just hit my stop loss, even they've not even entered the trade, but those things just keep on you know speaking on their head. What if. One thing you should know, one truth to become a profitable trader is make sure that have faith, not fear. Have faith, not fear. Let me tell you, the worst thing that can happen to you in the market, it is just stop loss. Just stop loss. So it is not something that will end your life. Just make sure that you apply risk management. So far that you apply risk management to trades, then why should you be scared? If there's risk management to that trade, and if you are ready to lose, you are ready to risk, of course, why should you be scared of taking the trade? Come on, guys. Okay, so the fourth one, if you see me looking down, I'm actually reading from here, because I jot down some things here also here. Okay, so the fourth thing is patience is the key to successful trades. Patience is the key to successful trade, and make sure that you follow the process. Patience is the key to successful trade, and make sure you follow the process. Now, this I have actually seen a lot of traders, they have analysis, they did their setup, and they just let me just say, they cut out their profit so early, in the sense that they don't wait for their trades to materialize fully. So maybe I don't know, maybe it is yeah, that is, that refers me to what I just said. So people are so scared, they do have faith that they just, something just pick in their head, let me close this trade, what if it is stop loss, things like that. So once you are in a trade, once you spot a good trading setup, make sure that you wait to the end till that trade hit stop loss or take profit. Okay, so far that you've done your, so far your setup meets all your criteria that you're looking for, make sure that you take the trade till it hits your take profit or stop loss. Okay, so this will help you to build, over time, you not obstructing your trading strategy to do the work for you. Okay, so once you let your trading strategy to do things for you, the other things are, you see the results. So don't don't obstruct, or don't be a barricade or blockage for success. Okay, so the fifth one now is, don't pressure yourself, guys. Don't pressure yourself. Be a man that is always patient. It just, what I've been saying now is just taking me back to what I said currently. Yeah, so don't be on pressure. I see a lot of traders that they are trading prop accounts, and they tend to, they tend to want to pass the account, especially those that don't even have much money. And once they just get an account, all they see on social media is people floating their money, floating their withdrawal, and all of those things online. Of course, the aim of buying a prop firm is to pass it and get funded and get a payout, but you don't have to pressure yourself, especially if you don't, if that prop firm is even your last chance or your last hope. You don't need to have to pressure yourself. Don't compete with others. What you are seeing online, of course, you don't know how many years or months it took those people, to get a payout from the profit the profit they even posted online. So don't be pressurized with what you're seeing online. There are a lot of things there, you don't know what they've gone through. So don't compete your own results. Don't compete with other people's results, and make sure that you don't pressure yourself. There are a lot of people, they are not much satisfied with the $50 they're making. I don't say that you should not aim for more. What I'm trying to say is that appreciate what you still have. Okay, appreciate what you still have. And the sixth one that's going to be taking me there is, no strategy is an holy grail. I think I've said this, I think in the first part of what I just said, I do mention of trading strategy. So no trading strategy is an holy grail. Just make sure that you apply risk management. I've also said this, risk management is very key and is very important in trading. All right, so the seventh one is, losses is part of the game. Losses is part of the game. And I think the reason why a lot of traders are so much scared of taking trades, a lot of traders really face a lot of challenges with their trading psychology, is because they never have this mind that they are going to be losing money. Yeah, it is not that, of course, when you come to the financial market or the forex market, of course, you should know and understand that you will definitely lose money, because you are going to be sacrificing something for another thing. It's just like you, if you don't risk, how will you going to earn? That's just it. If you don't risk money, so how are you going to earn? So make sure that anything can happen in the forex market, so just be ready to risk. And like I said, trading planning is very, very important, and risk management is very, very important. All right, so number 8 is, never let your loss more than your profit. Never let your loss more than your profit. So what will make you be a profitable trader, and what will make you know that you're a profitable trader, is by the time your losses are lower than your profit. Okay, that is, you have to make more money and risk less. I mean, making more money and you have a uh lower losses, things like that is very, very important. So this will help your account to grow, especially if you are trading a personal account, a small account. So once you are taking much more profit than losses, you see that your account will continue to compound. All right, so maybe in the next video I'm going to be talking about compounding your account, especially if you are trading in a small account. Okay, so that is why you have to subscribe to this my channel, because I'm going to be dropping more educative videos. Okay, number 9 is, instead increase your wins by following the art of boringness. Yes, boredom. Increase your winning with the art of boredom or boringness, anyhow. So what I mean in this case is, what makes you become a profitable trader is when you start feeling, how do I put it, when you feel bored. in the sense that you don't take trade for pleasure, or you don't take trade for excitement. You only take trade on, when it comes. You don't just force trade. This is where boredom comes. By the time you start seeing these in your trading career, or the way you start trading, that is when you see how that is when you will see more profits. But by the time you start trading with excitement, you just go into the chart and taking a random trade, you see that you start losing a lot of money, and you start blaming yourself and start saying trading is a scam, things like that. But it is not. Just make sure that you make sure you make a lot of money, make your profits, make your wins more out of boredom. Let it be out of boredom, not out of excitement. Okay, so this will keep you and preserve your account, and it will make sure that it will even give you a lower, how will I put it, a lower stress, it's a lower psychological stress. So you won't have to stress yourself psychologically, and physically. So yeah, so the last one of it is consistency is important, and learn to compound. Consistency is important, and learn to compound. So make sure that the risk you follow continues to follow it, and what you are willing to risk, it is what you should risk. And by the time you follow all these steps, by the time you are patient enough, being consistent with your risk management, being consistent with what makes you win, being consistent with it, you see, by the time you do those things, you become more of a profitable trader. And yes, this is where we're going to be ending the video. And if you find this video so very helpful, and if you've learned one or two from this video, I want you to hit the subscription button and like my video. So I'll be dropping more of educative content, just like I said. Alright, so catch you guys on the next one.